जय श्री राम पांडव गीता अथवा प्रपन्न गीता शीराला कर्नाटका it is called Chitrapuri Matam. Their compilation has 82 verses. Shirala Karnataka Chitrapuri Matam, 82 verses with 6 unique verses. Swarnapuri version Tamil Nadu, Swarnapuri Matham, Tamil Nadu. It is a compilation of 91 verses with 15 unique verses. Chitrapuri Karnataka 82, Swarnapuri Tamil Nadu 91. Pandava Gita Athava Prapanna Gita. Pandava Gita or Prapanna Gita. Prapanna is one who has surrendered. 1866. Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Shuchaha. If you are a Prapanna, that means you have completely surrendered to Krishna. You have no sense of doership. Everything that you do is only for Krishna. No sense of doership, no sense of ownership, and no expectation of reward. So a Prapanna is a person who has surrendered. And the three traits, significant hallmarks of a Prapanna are Swarupa Nishta, which means he doesn't identify with the body, he knows that he is an Atma Swarupa, Swarupa Nishta, and Upaya Nishta. Upaya Nishta means he knows that the solution is surrendering to Krishna. Purushartha Nishta. Purushartha Nishta means he will pursue all the Purusharthas, but not for any selfish personal interest, but as worship of Krishna. And all Purusharthas are surrendered to Krishna. That is Purushartha Nishta. So, the first shloka in the Pandava Gita is, all the Pandavas are together praying, conveying their respect, showing obeisances to all the great devotees of Krishna. Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Vyasambarisha, Shuka, Shaunaka, Bhishma, Kavyaha, Rukmangada, Arjuna, Vasishta, Vibhishanadya, Etanaham, Paramabhagavatam, Paramabhagavatan, Namami. So interestingly, Arjuna also features here. In fact, a greater devotee than Arjuna is Bhima. Bhima was not told the Gita because it was not necessary for him. Bhima was a great devotee, or perhaps the greatest. Bhima is Hanuman. And Hanuman was the greatest devotee. He did not require a revision class. He was seated on the Radham. He was on the banner, Kapidvajam. Whereas Arjuna had to be told the Bhagavad Gita, I think 4 times. The Bhagavad Gita, and on the 13th day night, Shanti Gita. After the war was over, after around a year or so, when Krishna wanted to leave, that was Anugita, 1040 verses, and then Uttara Gita, which was again after finishing the Anugita over a certain period of time, when Krishna said, okay, I am leaving, Arjuna asked for one more revision. So that was Uttara Gita, 122 verses. Now you can surmise that Arjuna asked for these revisions simply to delay Krishna's departure. Nevertheless, Hanuman never wanted any. In fact, Hanuman wrote a bhashyam on the Bhagavad Gita in Paishachika Bhasha. Unfortunately, that manuscript is not available. So that is the first verse. Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Vyasambarisha, Shukashaunaka, Bhishma, Kavyaha. Kavya, Kavi means a transcendentalist, a great devotee, Rishi. Uh, Kavim Kavinam, God is called Kavim Kavinam, Krishna is called Kavim Kavinam. All the rishis, all the sages, all the transcendentalists. Rukmangada appears in the Bhagavatam. Another great devotee. His example is eerily similar to the Abrahamic cult version. It is likely that they stole Rukmangada's story. Rukmangada was the one who was willing to sacrifice his son for God. Of course, he was prevented. So you have in these desert cults, the Ibrahim wanted to kill his son, and Abraham wanted to slaughter his son, and God miraculously refused at the last minute and provided a goat for the same purpose. So this is a story stolen from the Srimad Bhagavatam. But those fools stole only one story, because they couldn't have stolen more than that, because it's a huge mountain, not even the tip of the iceberg. It is as much as that could be mounted on the tip of a needle. Next is Lomaharshana Uvacha. Lomaharshana or Romaharshana and his son was Ugrashrava. Both were great raconteurs, kathavachaks. They were both referred to as Suta. In Puranas you will come across Suta Uvacha, so said the Suta. So, they were great raconteurs. Lomaharshana says, Dharmo vivardhati yudhishthira kirtanena. Dharmo vivardhati yudhishthira kirtanena. Papam pranashyati vrukodhara kirtanena. Shatrur vinashyati dhananjaya kirtanena. Madri sutau kadhayatam na bhavanti rogaha. Self-explanatory, I don't want to explain that. Brahmo vacha. Now Brahma is saying, Ye manava vigataraga para aparajna. Ye manava vigataraga para aparajna. Narayanam suragurum satatam smaranti. Dhyanena tena hatakilbisha chetanaste matuh payodhara rasam. Nah punah pibanti. Brahma is declaring that whosoever worships Narayana, Sri Krishna, all the time, then he would never have to drink the mother's milk. It is a metaphorical way of saying that he will not have to be born again as a human being. So he will achieve moksha, salvation, redemption, nirvana, freedom from this never-ending cycle of birth and death. The concept of salvation in Christianity and Islam is ridiculous. They will get heaven, and these jihadis will get 72 whores or hoors. I think the word whore came from hoor only. And these hoors are 90 feet tall, huge heavenly courtesans with huge breasts, and they are eternal virgins, and these fellows are barely 5 feet. I don't know how they will copulate with whores who are 90 feet in height. So anyway, let us leave it there. Any eternal heaven will be boring after some time, you say. The law of diminishing returns will start operating. Therefore, in Sanatana Dharma, in the Puranas, you will find that heaven itself is also not eternal, never eternal. Moksha, salvation, nirvana, freedom from the cycle of birth and death. Now the kind of pleasure that is indescribable, anirvachaniyam, indescribable, okay, ineffable. Sayujya, Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya. So 4 types have been described. Sayujya, that means you are always constantly along with him. Sarupya, you have a similar form of Krishna as Krishna. Samipya, Sarupya, and Sayujya, Samipya, Sarupya, Salokya. So these are some descriptions. Basically, Vedas repeatedly tell you Yato Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasa Saha. So it is indescribable. True freedom is indescribable. There is no operation of the law of diminishing returns. It has to be the operation of increasing returns. And we are incapable of conceiving such a thing because we are, as humans, bound by a human mind which can't think beyond humanness. So, Brahma Vacha. I'll stop here. Jai Shri Ram for the first track.